Hey guys, this is the PredicTOR's podcast number 48, and I'm your co-host Cave D3D, the legendary, and I mean legendary PredicTOR. And I'm with my partner in crime, Tony Rendy,
Hooty hoo!
and we have our special guest today, Joe Sidion, the one.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey everyone.
That energy.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So our first topic today is we're gonna talk about
God
the
damn.
Yeah, goddamn. We're gonna talk about these how do I say, these self-entitled assholes on YouTube who think they have their rights to use copyrighted material
hmm
from Nintendo to earn and earn profits off of Nintendo's copyrighted material. And to be more specific, we're talking about Nintendo's YouTube creator program and the controversy it is setting around YouTube.
hmm
We got the Pootie Pies, and we got Boogie Downs, and we got whoever else talking their bullshit about this shit.
Angry Joe.
Yeah.
Angry Joe, all these assholes who are fucking terrified because if this shit um takes off and other companies follow suit, then their pockets are going to be they're going to be living in that
They
box.
gotta go to that McDonald's, get that, you know,
That
application.
yeah, they got to go get that application and hope to start flipping those burgers
yeah.
because they're stupid for giving up their job and putting their eggs in one basket. But anyway, we're gonna, I guess, talk to the idiots who want to agree with these assholes, okay?
hmm
Because I'm seeing all of us have been seeing a lot of stupidity, okay? And
Right.
we're seeing people eating up this nonsense and acting like what they're saying is, I don't know how you put it, Tony.
Correct. True.
Correct. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, yeah,
Right. You know what I mean?
you know what I mean? Which is like, we gotta
Well,
break it
let,
down for
let,
you.
let's get it straight, though. In this community, we've dealt with stupidity before in the past, but this is ignorance, plain and simple. There's a
So,
difference between stupidity and ignorance. Ignorance is worse.
mhm.
Because ignorance, stupid, you can't help being stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like it's sort of an innocent thing. You need a little slap to get your stupidness out of the way. But
yeah.
ignorance is fucking on purpose. Ignorance is worse. It's on another level. You know, ignorance. I just want to fucking strangle you to death. That sort of shit. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, here's the deal, people. Okay, using someone else copyrighted material where you don't own the rights to and profiting on that is just wrong.
hmm
It's just wrong. It's simple as that.
but KFD, video games are totally different because we play them, so it's us making the content.
Listen, that's a bunch of bullshit, okay? That is a bunch of bullshit. The fact of the matter, Nintendo owns the copyrighted material to all of the games they make, and like, they could be, protected by, because every character is an intellectual property. Mario's
Mhm.
intellectual property, Samus is, Link, etc.,
That,
etc.
and then the coding, the graphics, the
That too.
models, the textures, the music, the sound effects, the sound mix, every fucking aspect
Of a video game could
of a
be
video game.
protected by copyrighted
Yes, music.
um,
Forgot. Yeah.
law. and stuff. So now I know there's a other angle people put. Well, what about the other companies? They allow this, blah 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 blah. Well, fuck the other companies. They're allowing you. That doesn't make it right. They allow you to to participate in this um I don't know what I could call this practice. This wrongful practice.
Mhm.
Okay, they allow you, but that doesn't make it right. You fucktard. It's like the arrogance from some of these assholes is unbelievable. And then people are saying, "Oh, Nintendo's gonna shoot them or shooting themselves in the foot." How? Do you see how much people sign up to this damn thing? A lot of people are signing up to this damn thing. A lot of people. Um, so much that they can't even keep up with the whole what was it 72 hours uh deadline they had for people,
Mhm.
something like that. So this is so far being being successful for them. It means it's looking like a success. So I don't know. You guys want to have any more to say on this?
Yeah, man. I was gonna make a whole video about this, but I really didn't. I don't know. I was going back and forth in my mind if I actually wanted to do it or not.
Hmm.
Did I want to fucking shit on people? Like, did I really feel like it? Should I save it for the Predictors podcast? I don't know. It's like, so I decided to save it. So you're gonna get it now. So basically, right, every other form of media has copyrights and royalties and licensing fees and shit like that. So if you if you're just watching a fucking movie and you're commenting on it, right? It's like Mystery Science Theater 3000. They just watch old shitty ass B movies, drive-in movies, 70s, 80s, whatever. And there's like a robot and there's some couple dudes talking about it, making fun of it and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And it was on TV, cult classic. Do you think they did that shit like without paying these fucking companies that actually made the movies?
Hell no.
No, because they would get fucking sued. You can't do that. It's not theirs. It's because they have them sitting in the front row talking about the fucking thing as the movie's going on. Doesn't mean it's theirs. They're piggybacking off of the movie and doing something humorous on that. This shit has been done a long ass time before YouTube ever happened.
Yep.
So I don't understand where you people think this is a new fucking thing. You know, you can't use somebody else's song and critique it. Have the whole fucking song on there, not never mind just clips, the entire thing, like most of these fucking assholes do for video games,
Hmm.
start to finish. Oh yeah, that's real content creator here. Every other fucking medium, movies you can't do that shit. Music you can't do that shit. Hell, you can't even do that. Can't you, if it was possible, you can't even do that shit with books if you wanted to. That motherfucker is fucking reading a book on YouTube or some shit. Does somebody do that? That'd be fucking funny.
You know
Like
what I
wrote
mean?
Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, fucking monologuing that shit, yo.
Yeah, it'd be fucking ridiculous. No other things. And this pisses me off more because I went to school for this shit.
Mhm.
I know the work that goes into this. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
for games, for things, even for even for some of you guys, you use your programs for these special effects or editing your fucking videos. Do you own the license to your copies? If you don't, guess what, buddy? You can't make fucking money off of it.
Mhm.
If you're using stock photos or other people's photos off the net? Did you get permission to use that shit? Did you pay the licensing fees to use that shit? No. Guess what? You can't make money off of that shit. Did you use uh, royalty-free music and sound effects or some shit like that? It doesn't matter if you just found it off the fucking web randomly. You have to get permission. You have to get fucking the royalty fees. If you don't, you can't make money off of this shit. Any
That,
little thing you do, if you use somebody else's code in your video game, you get fucking sued. If
that's
you
true.
use somebody else's texture work, you get fucking sued. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
This is not your shit. No matter what you fucking do to alter it, the very base, the core of the fucking concept, the work, anything of it, if it's still somebody else's, you can't do it ethically.
that's
It's
true.
morally fucking wrong. Not to mention legally fucking wrong.
That too. But a lot of these motherfuckers don't see it that way. You see, it's the whole. Just to talk about this whole thing more, it's like these motherfuckers, man. These fucking pootie pie, pootie ass are so full of shit. Okay, let me put it this way. You think pootie ass will allow me to take his video
Hmm.
and and fucking and I critique about it, put my little face in the corner about his stupid ass video and upload it to YouTube? Fuck no. That shit will be flagged within 24 hours or so or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If he found out. Okay? These dudes are all full of shit. They know if I did something like that or if you did something like that, they will be running to flag our shit down. Flag that shit down. So they understand, but the thing is they're worrying about their pockets. That's all they're worrying about.
Mm-hmm.
And Joel City, you have any? What's your 2 cents on this?
Man, man, it's one of those things where you know, because of the internet, it's things seem louder than they actually are.
Yeah,
And you have people who, this Pootie Tang guy with P Pony, whatever his fucking name is.
yeah.
Whatever this guy's name is. You have him screaming, and you have other guys screaming. What is that Boogie guy screaming too or whatever?
Yeah,
Doing video,
boogie
Boogie
down.
something,
Yeah.
and Angry Joe did a little video and everything, and it's like they all because of the internet and like I said, things seem louder than they actually are. Things get kind of confusing, get kind of mixed up. If you're a person like, let's say, Black Nerd Comedy or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And your video, and you do Nintendo videos, but in your video, I mean, you know what I'm saying, everything that's in the video is pretty much by your design. I mean, the backdrop, your content, the way you deliver it, the script, everything, and then you have bits and pieces of Nintendo footage to illustrate what you're talking about.
Hmm.
I feel sorry for those kind of guys because they put in, let's say, 90% of the work and then had to use 10% from Nintendo. I feel sorry for those guys. Yeah, okay, I understand your gripe. If you're a person who do reviews, let's say your channel's about reviews and you're getting games and you got to show the game, but the content's not really the game footage. It's just there for examples for you to describe, to illustrate, to present what you're talking about. Okay, I can understand your gripe. But you motherfuckers, and all you do is cut the game, hit the power button on the console, put a controller in,
Hmm.
and play the motherfucking game, and for hours and hours and hours, and all you're doing is just basically just talking over the shit as and with your face in a right side corner, left side corner, wherever the hell you put your face at, and the whole screen is basically just the game experience itself. You ain't doing nothing, and you don't deserve to be paid for that.
That's
You
true.
know, I mean, I can. I don't know, man. That's the main thing. All these guys are coming together, and they all have different things. Angry Joe does video. He does reviews. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
He's afraid that by this happening, he can't do Nintendo reviews, even though he's never done a Nintendo review in his whole channel's history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's afraid that's gonna silence his chance to critique them. You know what I'm saying?
But like
You
you
know,
see that's outlandish.
it's bullshit. But that's
It's
what I'm saying
bullshit.
though.
Where you get that from? There was
Yeah.
nowhere in that shit that said that you can't. Like all this bullshit's from their head.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
get all these guys coming together, and so if you look at their content, everybody assumes certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
People only guys crying because he can't do let's plays from Nintendo content. I don't think he ever has to begin with, but he's mad he can't do that. He can make money off of it. Angry Joe's mad he can't do reviews because he's afraid he's not gonna make money off of it, even though he's never done reviews. And then the Boogie guy, he's basically just like a parody comedy guy who just do skits over content. He's probably the most original out of all the guys because he's acting, he's performing, But at the same time, these fools feel that Nintendo coming in saying we need a piece of that pie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They feel like it's a damn crime. It's like it's unjust. It's not justified for Nintendo to ask for some ask for their cut of their work.
Mm.
Motherfucker, I mean, how much work you actually put into it? If you put it in, like I said, 90%, 75%, then yeah, I can understand you being upset. But then at the same time, that's business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make you get your contracts, get big enough to where you can get personal contracts with these companies and make deals out of it, and then then you're set.
Yeah.
But you're
Isn't
going.
isn't Black Nerd comedy ambassador for Nintendo anyway?
That's what I'm saying. Some of
Yeah.
these people, Black Nerd Comedy, I just think these people who started off making creative content, original content, and who's blown up. Nintendo caught their eyes. Hey, you doing good work over there. Cut you a deal, blah 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 blah, and that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
the same thing with it's the same thing. How do people understand how like game sites get what they get? You know what I'm saying? Go Nintendo, IGN, these places. They get free copies of games, consoles, and stuff from these companies. How the hell they do that? You know what I'm saying? They got to prove they sell with original content, catch the eye of the people. They make a biggest negotiation, a deal, and that's
Mm.
how it goes. YouTube is basically just a whole bunch of it's the Wild West. It's a whole bunch of freelance guys all thinking they're gonna be the next motherfucking Brian Williams and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Brian
And it's like
Williams.
motherfucker, you just a motherfucker on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
Yeah.
how many subs you got. It's all the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna really get serious and start doing this shit, for real, real. And I'm talking. When I mean for real, real. I mean you create the content you create is 100% you. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? That kind of thing. But everybody feel they're gonna be the next, superstar and everything. And when any drop of their revenue, any drop of their little money they get in, you know what I'm saying? These fools they screaming a bloody murder.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I it's been going on for YouTube for a long time, and most of us we've been on all of us been on YouTube for a long time,
Yeah.
and this thing come and goes. It's not just Nintendo. So doesn't doesn't Microsoft have like a deal where you can't upload any Halo footage or something like that?
Yeah, something like yeah. I don't know if
Something like
that
that.
was
Yeah,
old though. I don't
yeah,
know if it's
it's
still
probably
around.
changed, but everybody's done this kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Once the companies realize they can make money from it, they will come in and make money from it themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's the main problem I have. These people saying, man, that's, we're giving them free advertisement. We're promoting them. No, you're not.
You're full of
I mean,
shit.
let's look at these Wii U 3DS sales.
You all right?
Have they helped sell any console?
Nope.
Most of these motherfuckers do so much anti and propaganda videos. They probably unsold more consoles than they actually sold consoles.
This true.
Hmm.
And so it's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So it's
so
like,
true.
motherfucker, And then at the same time, if they feel their freedom of speech is being compromise on, you know what I'm saying? But they can't say what they want to say.
Hmm.
Then, motherfucker, you don't want to be in cahoots with these companies because then if they come and say, hey, we need a good review, we need some of this Gamergate type stuff going on, you got to play ball with them. If not, you ain't getting paid. And so, I don't know, man. It's one big retarded, stupid mess. and I try not to get involved with it, but unfortunately, you subscribe to people. You're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, you see these posts and everything, and it's just and the internet, it's like I said, it's louder than it's louder than it actually is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
One motherfucker come in and start crying, then everybody come in and start licking his tears, and then they crying, and you know what I'm saying? Then everybody just crying, and it's still is everybody crying, and it's motherfucking handkerchiefs and toilet paper and shit everywhere, and people blowing their nose, and everybody. So I don't know, man. It's just it makes my hair hurt thinking about it, man, 'cause it's so damn retarded. I think it's just one of the things where if if uh if if you, I mean, it's not really similar, but it's the only way I can describe it. Let's
Okay.
say you were at a let's say you were at a comic book store or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you're the type of person who come in and you read a comic off the shelf and then you leave, and that's what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
like motherfucker, why you not buying it is hurting multiple people. The store you go into, the guys who create the content and everything. You know what I'm saying? That one deed is hurting all these people, and it's having a cause and effect type thing. And with this YouTube thing, people, I guess they feel like there's no, like Nintendo. Uh, Nintendo. I mean, it's not hurting them to not let us let us do these videos or everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker, it kind of is. Cause it seems like all these let's plays where people playing these complete games all the way through, motherfuckers in the end nowadays and just not buying the game because they know the ending.
Yeah,
Yep.
because a lot of
You know?
people. Let's put it this way: a lot of these motherfuckers are fronters, man. Like they don't want they put up a front. Okay, these motherfuckers will watch these damn play these let plays and shit. Right? Never play the fucking game. They'll
Right.
go to school or some shit and talk about yo man, I play that game and telling you blah blah blah. Like bitch, you didn't play shit. All you
Right.
do all you do is watch a let's play. You know what I mean? So these let's play things cause this. It's like the easy way out. Oh, I don't need to play the game because I watch a let's play. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot
And
of
it's
people out there that want to keep up the Joneses. Don't really give a fuck about video games. Casual as fuck. You know, but want to
and
keep up with the Joneses and just want to be a little popular with a crowd or
right.
whatnot.
And at the
You know.
same time hurting the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The game sale you're not gonna get because you don't feel you need to buy the game now so you already know the ending. Since you feel the let's play experience is like playing it, yourself. That's that game not selling well. That's that game not getting a sequel. That's that
Yeah.
company maybe not making more consoles. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, it's no matter everything has a price that has to be paid for it. It has a value. You know what I'm saying? And when you're not paying that money, that product that value is not being sustained, and then that content is not being created no more. And so I mean,
Hmm.
you know, it's real stupid. My main gripe is more than anything is I can understand if you're someone whose channel is full of Nintendo content and all you're doing is blasting Nintendo, and maybe you started out just doing it as a fan and love, and then all of a sudden you got popular because you had the best content on YouTube, and then you blew up. Like, hey man, maybe I can take advantage of this, get some money, and everything. I can understand you getting that free money, and now you're kind of upset, like, damn, I had a good thing going, now they want to take it away. I mean, we people, we human beings, we want to get paid. The almighty dollar controls all. You know what I'm saying? I can
Hmm.
understand those people a little bit. You're still in the wrong. It's still not justified, but I can understand for a little bit. But the guys on YouTube currently who are crying, who are making the biggest noise, who's causing a big commotion, are the motherfuckers who had nothing to do with Nintendo ever. But it's a hot topic. They can do it. They can slander Nintendo, which bring Nintendo down and bring them up because we all know overall motherfuckers just hate Nintendo. No matter what they do, right or wrong, or even how even if it's wrong, it can be just a minor thing compared to others people's crimes. And
Yeah.
it's motherfucking,
It's World War III.
yeah, it's motherfucking, you deserve life on Alcatraz for this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, no, no, fuck going to county, fuck going to jail, nigga, Alcatraz. You know what I'm saying?
Alcatraz.
Life, so it's crazy, man. And that's the main thing for me. It's a propaganda the cycle, the machine that's moving, and it seems like only Nintendo can bring this can make this fire come out. You know what I'm saying?
No, but see, I feel like everybody, not even Nintendo, all these damn video game companies will follow suit with this shit because you cannot allow this to happen if you're gonna, if you don't, if you want to take yourself serious as an industry. You know, you can't have these people trying to, making millions and millions of dollars off your copyright material. Like I hear like I didn't even know this, but I think PewDiePie or Pootie, whatever his name is a like a millionaire
Yeah.
uh, off of the videos he does. So I mean, that to me, when I hear things like that, I'm like, really? You fucking serious? This motherfucker, all he does act the ass. I don't even know what the fuck he really does. I think I saw one video he does, but he just acts very weird and crazy. And he has his little, the little camera, the little video of himself in the corner with the whatever he's playing.
Yeah.
And like most motherfuckers not watching this motherfucker for his ass. Most people watching his video for the damn for the carpet, for the video he's playing, the video game he's playing. So it's like, man, these motherfuckers need to sit your ass down, man. And motherfuckers need to stop the agreeing with these motherfuckers. I have one guy's telling me oh, so how why do they allow what did he say? Oh fuck. What did he say? Oh, ROMs. People to make ROM, like Earthbound 4 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They're making ROM, like they're making their own, like I guess these indies or I don't know, like random people, stay home programmers are making their own like Earthbound 4 or whatever. Well, the reason why Nintendo allows shit like that is because they're not making profit off of that shit. Is this some, thing that they're making this for the fans?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really become an issue when these things that these guys are not going to be making profit out of it. They're
Yeah.
just doing just doing it for the fans.
Upload that shit to mobile, and you see how fast that comes down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So don't be stupid.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
but these guys, if they talk about Nintendo, their audience, they can expose their audience to Nintendo stuff, and they could go out and buy it, and it's advertising for like their audience is not Nintendo's audience. You know,
Exactly.
they've built they've built their audience on their previous stuff, and as some of you guys know, if you started out as Nintendo and all of a sudden you just started doing, let's say, Sony stuff, and that's all you talked about, Sony stuff, and then you flip flopped and you sold your Sony stuff, and you got, you know what I mean, like
Mm.
some certain fucking Porky Pig motherfucker that's irrelevant now, if you know what I mean. Doesn't matter if you know his name or not.
Mm.
People complain because that's not what they came here for. That's not what brought them to the yard. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Well, what do they say? Leave with the girl that you brought to the dance or some shit.
Mm.
So if Angry Joe would just automatically start doing Nintendo videos, what do you think would happen?
People probably gonna turn on him and say, "Why you making all this Nintendo kitty ass bullshit?"
Yeah, and I saw that with the videos that he was doing, like the live streams. His audience don't want it. They complain, they bitch, and then they give stupid ignorant ass comments that you usually see on fucking Sony drone shits.
Mm.
Or fucking Dr. Dre's videos. You know what I mean?
Oh
So,
yeah, fuck.
ignorant comments like that kind of
Yo,
crap.
he really got the retardation farm on his comment
Mhm.
section. Really, boy, that's the
They don't
retardation farm.
they don't want it. They didn't come there to see Nintendo shit. And anytime he would do it, even if he was getting 100% of the profits, they would shit on it and he wouldn't do it anymore because they don't want it. And he would lose views that way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Eventually he would use the fucking views, he would lose the fucking subs because that's not what they want. They're gonna leave. Fuck this Nintendo shit. What the fuck is this kitty garbage. I don't want to hear about this stuff. Look at stupid controller. Look at Nintendo. They're fucking you know, that's what would happen. And don't fucking deny it, because you know it will. It's just common sense with that side of the fucking community. I don't care how big you think you are. All the lemmings that follow you, that's what happens.
That's true. That's true.
Your advertisement, your fucking marketing, your free marketing doesn't exist with that fucking part, because that
Fucking
audience is not the audience that would go for a Wii U.
Right.
Even so, somebody had to fucking buy that motherfucker Angry Joe a Wii U and give it to him for him to even think about doing this shit. So shut the fuck up. And to that fucking idiot, that faggot, who actually gave a Wii U to Angry Joe, I hope you got fucking paid. If you didn't, I hope you like cock in your ass. Cause he's stupid, you got fucked.
You
Like
stupid,
why?
man.
I don't even know why. Like, oh, I want my favorite YouTuber, Angry Joe, to talk about the Wii U. So I'm gonna fucking go out, spend $200 a couple games, and send it to him. And how much fucking shipping would that take? And it
Oh yeah.
depends what fucking part of the world, because he's in Texas, and I don't know what part of the world he got that shit from, but it doesn't matter. That's a lot of fucking money wasted right now.
So motherfucker, come on, like that you probably really don't even really talk to, but just know how true videos, you know?
Hmm. And if he
Like,
truly, like people think he's truly enjoying the Wii U, he loves it, and blah blah blah, right?
mhm.
If the love is there, you can still talk about it. Spread the love. You don't have to make money, because if you love something, we all started this way.
Yeah,
Some of us get paid, some of us don't. Some of us don't want to get paid. We just want to talk about our love. Some people forgot that they love shit. Some
yep.
people just started hating. Some people, doesn't
Someone
matter.
started really for the money though, so that's
Yeah.
also true.
But if you let money come in between what you love and shit like that, that should show you something about their priorities. They're not a real fan, they're not blah blah blah. Yeah.
They're
They're
fucking
fucking
frauds,
Nintendo. Done.
you know.
you know?
They're frauds, you know.
Fraud. And why are you sticking up for fucking people who make more money than you see in a fucking year? On fucking videos. Like
Copyright
why?
material.
Why? I
I don't know. It's like these people, but let's just talk about the thing itself, where they're gonna give like what 70% of the advertisement revenue to people who sign up their channel to the thing, and 60% for people who register their videos to the program. And to me, I don't see. I see a lot of people trying to make the 70%. The register of the channel is all. Oh, this is like stupid that I have to just talk about Nintendo. But I don't. I really don't see no issue with that. If someone who is new to YouTube wants to sign up and make their channel dedicated to Nintendo and just talk about Nintendo, why not? It gives it, Nintendo created the avenue for that. And if you want to make videos that some about Nintendo and some about other video game related stuff, then just register individual videos. I really don't see what's the issue with that. It's like motherfuckers have like issue with there being a dedicated channel to just Nintendo. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering if would it be a problem if people made a channel that was just dedicated to Sony and PlayStation? PlayStation, PS4, PS3, PS1, PS2, Vita, PSP. Yeah, that to me is stupid. I think it's it's cool that they made an avenue for for newcomers.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't work for existing YouTubers, but that's why you have the 60% for video thing. You know, to register individual videos. But yeah, I think we basically touch everything.
Hmm.
I don't think we. If there's any other dumb shit that you still want to stick to, then yeah, I guess you could bring it to the comment section. I'll just put my foot in your ass. But yeah. Other than that, I know Joe. You have anything else to
No,
say?
nah, I'm done on that, man.
You done on that?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess move on to the next topic, and yeah, let's talk about some other more dumb shit, shall we? Uh, yeah. Splatoon, and people want to boycott the game
Oh my
over
god.
dumb shit.
Mm.
Yay. Man, I love her hobby already, baby.
Yeah.
Talk about dumb shit. But yeah, this whole thing with Splatoon, I made my video on. Well, it was a general video, but I brought up Splatoon and the boycott and bullshit in my latest video called Nintendo Fans and the Overreacting. So
Yeah.
go and watch that video. So I'm just gonna let Tony start with this, and
Okay.
I'll just add to whatever he says. Okay, let's go,
All
Tony.
right. So this makes me laugh too, man, because this could be piled up and combined with that previous shit right here. Because I remember I forget which video though, but I was talking to some dude on the comment section, and I read the comment that he left saying that all this stuff with Nintendo's YouTube and Splatoon, the no voice chat thing, it's really making me question my fandom, my love for Nintendo. If you're that fucking weak, like that outside factors influence your love of something, you don't love that shit.
Exactly.
You're a weak son of a bitch. What the fuck you here for? You know?
Mm.
Stuff that has nothing to do with you. You get mad, you know, just because other people are mad. Like, what is that? You know, it's
Uh,
like it's not for you personally, but other you getting mad for other people. I don't understand. Like, what is that like hippie fucking hipster bullshit? Is that that faggot empathy shit? I don't understand what it is.
the way you say it, though, yeah.
It baffles me, man.
Yo,
Like, it has nothing to do with you. So we got Splatoon here, right?
mhm.
New IP from Nintendo. People have been bitching about Nintendo get a new IP. We haven't had one since Animal Crossing or Pikmin or some shit like that.
Yeah.
There's been new IPs like Nintendogs and the Wii series. Yes, that's a new IP, people. The
I don't give a
Mii's,
fuck if you don't like the game. They're new IPs. I'm just
yeah,
saying, like, you know.
Steel Diver, blah 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 blah. The new IP's been there, but this one is up front. This is up center. This is a genre that Nintendo doesn't really do. So this is new. This is a new team. This is the fresh blood, the new blood
From EAD,
from
new
EAD, which
young.
already tells you that if they're good enough for EAD, they're better than everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody. Full stop. Period. You know. So there's some quality here.
yeah.
And then a story breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
People start fucking making videos.
Oh, bro.
I'm at work. I look at my phone on my break and I see one video by Bear Hugger. Then another video by somebody else. Then another video by somebody else. Then another video by somebody else. Talk about the same shit. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I don't see shit on my Twitter. I don't see shit on any video game sites. I check Kotaku because usually that's the kind of fucking retardation comes out
Yeah.
off Kotaku. Nothing. So when I get home, I ask, "What? Where the fuck is this? I don't know what's going on. People are talking about shit. I don't know where it comes from." And Joe, he said, it came from NeoGaf. I was like, "Of course it comes from NeoGaf." It's just like, and people fucking took that fucking NeoGaf ball and ran with it.
Yeah, like
Ran with
basically
it.
people
But
had a
Marshawn Lynch didn't get to run with it.
what you say? Will you repeat that?
I say they ran with that ball like Marshawn Lynch would have ran with it at the last play.
Yeah, right. In
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, that's the dumbest shit, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't really even like the sport, man. But I watched that game because I actually wanted Marshall Lynch to win because I don't know that guy, yo. He kind of with his whole, yo. I'm here, yo. I want this guy to win. I like this guy,
Mhm.
and he lost. I was so fucking mad. And I
Yeah.
don't even like football, man. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
continue.
they took that ball and ran with it. They jumped the gun once again. I should have fucking started putting foots up people's asses, but I held myself back a little bit.
Mm.
Motherfuckers coming out of retirement.
I didn't know you were gonna talk about that shit, yo.
Yeah, it
Yo,
has to be done.
seriously, dog. Seriously, yo. You better say one thing before you continue, man. Like,
Go.
yo, people, man. When you have a mother, this guy always does this shit. If you guys don't really know who we're talking about, this guy, yo, don't see him for months, weeks, whatever, and he will come back just to talk about some controversy bullshit.
Hmm.
This motherfucker, man, all the fucking time, money hungry, fucking Google money bitch ass over there. Like, I can't believe people still, taking this guy serious. This motherfucker is a fucking fraud, man. But anyway, go ahead, Tony. Like, oh my god.
It's true though. Motherfucker come out of retirement to talk about this shit.
Out of nowhere, man. Like out of nowhere. Like
And this is like we have no more information. We at that time we just had the word of this dude. There was no confirmation that this translation was even fucking 100% correct.
hmm
Nobody took a wait and see. Oh, a couple people took wait and see approaches.
yeah.
Nobody else did. Those fucking videos, man. I didn't watch none of y'all videos. None of it. So,
Yeah, me too. Majority of those things. I only probably watched the first one. I think it was Bear Hugger.
mhm.
I think I just watched his because I didn't know what the fuck going on. I think it was him. He's the first one I saw the news from.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's it. All these other motherfuckers, I'm like, you motherfuckers, yo, you
Yeah.
really gonna make this bigger than it is, And it goes to my video, Nintendo fans overacting, motherfuckers, man. You need to stop with the bullshit, man. You need to calm the fuck down. Like, I don't think, like, I don't think people understand essentially I don't really want to use that word, but I guess the politics of YouTube
Mhm.
in a way. And listen, you gotta understand, we got Nintendo, these Nintendo hating ass motherfuckers on our horns all day, every day. Quite frankly, because they got no life. Okay, so you really need to think before you act. Okay, and understand that we live in an environment, or we're on the web in an environment where Nintendo hate sells. Nintendo backlash sells. So
Mhm.
anybody who sees that, any of them hating ass motherfuckers see that, they're gonna want to capitalize on that. I don't think people really realize that, really think of what is going on. So some stuff, stop with the overreacting nonsense.
Mhm.
But anyway, go ahead, Tony. What else you
Yeah.
want to say?
anyway, of course, people, take it out of fucking proportion and shit like
Hmm.
that. It says no random voice chat,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It we have that with Mario Kart. We have that with Smash. This is something we should expect, whatever. But people automatically assumed, or they falsely report that there's no voice chat at all. People crying. There's no voice chat at all. Fuck this game. This is a game that thrives on communication. Now let's get this out of the way right now. I would like to talk to you dudes during the match, shit like that, because Xbox 360 you can do that, and blah blah blah. Wii U can do that too. I'm sure it can.
Hmm.
Um, and what Red Knight is trying to do there, that was what I was hoping he would do like last year or the 2 years before, instead of fucking coming out guns a blazing, and you know what I mean, what he did before that.
Uh
This is
huh.
more of a more respectful thing, a more productive thing. So
Hmm.
I support that. But all you motherfuckers here, oh, we got to show Nintendo that we mean business. We got the power. All of a sudden, you think you got power. That we can boycott Splatoon. Now, boycotting a fucking game over one missing aspect.
Hmm.
Where was these boycotts and everything like that for all these third party games on other systems? Tell me. Tell me, where was the boycott for Grand Theft Auto 5 when that online didn't show up at launch?
Where was the boycott for Killzone, Shadow Kill, whatever the fuck the game's called? Um, when that game didn't have voice chat
Mm-hmm.
day one.
Yeah.
It was patched in.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Other fucking broken games, day one. Where's the boycott for Assassin's Creed? Where's the boycott for... Name any fucking game that's not made by Nintendo. Name any fucking game that came out this year, last year, the year before that didn't deserve a fucking boycott more than Splatoon did. But let me tell you something. Yeah, boycott this game because of a fucking little feature. Boycott it. And you know what the message is going to be to Nintendo? They're not going to get the message that, oh, nobody's buying this because of voice chat. That's not going to happen. If you have that in your mind, you're fucking delusional.
Hmm.
What's going to happen is they took a fucking risk with a new IP on a system that ain't selling, with a new genre that they never really got into or know their way around, different play mechanics and shit like that. Why should they ever bother to do another one? At least for I don't know how many fucking years they want to go for it. Why should they ever bother want to do another new IP to a fan base that don't appreciate it, that don't respect it? So they could turn around and bitch, where are the new IPs, Nintendo? Well, you didn't fucking support the last one. Fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Pick your battles.
Yeah,
Prop.
let me just say one thing. And these to some people who want to try to equate this to what third parties do to us Nintendo fans. This is like the same thing, with Splatoon. You could go to hell with that bullshit, okay?
Mm,
Because Nintendo, they give their 100 with every game they produce. Not like those third party thoughts, especially on Nintendo platform. They don't do they for hell sure, damn hell sure they don't fucking put their 100 in most of these Wii U ports and Wii U games
mm,
that they develop for Nintendo platforms. They don't. They don't. The
and
indies do.
You know how we know that? Because Nintendo is just on one system. The
Mm,
third parties are on all systems. So when they fuck us and they don't fuck the other people, they get everything, right? All the
mm,
features and all the modes, and we get fucked. That's obvious. That's more apparent. You
that's
know what
right.
I mean? That's just, hey, you're fucking Nintendo, no Nintendo fans, you're a fucking bitch, slap in the face, and people just like, huh? You know what I mean?
Mm.
And nobody fights back. But with Nintendo, oh, we gotta fight back. Shut the fuck up. Fucking make me sick. Pick your motherfucking battles, man. Again, like Joe said, well, he could say it, like what he was talking about on his Twitter, but whatever.
Joe,
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, man?
what's your 2 cents on the Splatoon boycott and it?
Man, shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I ain't got, usually I'm the illest motherfucker with the illest motherfucking voice, but I'm kind of tired right now, so I'm kind of, I'm running on empty. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to break this down anyway. First and foremost, man, I want everybody who's listening to this to understand that because we're not, campaigning or crying or bitching doing or whatever people are doing currently now on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and
In,
everything
in response to this?
in response to this,
Mm.
doesn't mean we don't care or desire, what I'm saying, the similar outcome. For me, voice chat, the reason I would want it to be there is because basically it should be there. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna be fair and hold everybody to the same standards across the board, then yes, the Wii U should have voice chat just like an Xbox One and PS4 has. At the same time, the motherfuckers should have non-broken games and their policies should be a lot better than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Backwards compatibility, all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Nintendo fans always, well, people who are how do I call them Nintendo fans, man? But people who support Nintendo, I guess say that. Nintendo,
Mm,
no, Nintendo consumers. There you go, Nintendo consumers. People
Okay.
who are in the business of buying Nintendo products.
Okay.
You know, it seems like we're always quick to complain about what we're not getting, but we never ever appreciate what we have. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm.
Like ever. And at the same time too, the complaining and crying and everything. Yes, if you're upset, by all means, express it. I mean, that's what Twitter and Facebook and YouTube is about, expressing everything. But when you act like this shit is like the end of the world, like you've been like someone came in and slapped your mama with their dick and then looked at you and said, "What you gonna do about it?" You know what I'm saying? Unless someone did something like that to you, no, unless that happened to you, I don't understand the levels of rage people be having. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys be really upset. Like, man, Nintendo, I can't believe you did this to me. I can't believe you did this to me. Like, dude, like really? I mean, what they do to you? What did they do? You know what I'm saying? How did this game that we saw at E3 a while ago that everybody all of a sudden got on DeviantArt and all the other sites make all this kind of crazy art and all this kind of stuff. We went from being this cool game that everybody interested into,
Mhm.
and then in one instance it's now ain't worth shit.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like all of a sudden, fuck this game now. Like really? I mean, you went from seeing it, and like fell in love with it, and then you read something like, oh, fuck this game. You know? I mean, it's
Mm.
just I don't understand that. And then also, at the same time with Nintendo, at a certain point, at a certain point, if you're a fan, consumer, whatever it is that got you involved with the company, you have to know your product. You gotta know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like you said with Mario Kart 8 and Mario and Super Mario Smash Brothers for Wii U and everything, and this Nintendo games in general, Nintendo have a certain way they're gonna do their online and gonna do their business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, for us people who are of a certain age, as adult gamers who buy their products, adult consumers who buy their products, we're getting the shaft because we feel like, hey, they're not respecting us, at our age, at our maturity, at our level. But you gotta realize this: Nintendo Nintendo makes products for everybody, but they for the kids. They were when I was a kid, they were selling to me, and because I was still playing with them, that's a choice I made. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they were giving me adult content or adult, features or whatever, I
Mm.
should have moved on. I
They're
made
a
that
family
choice.
company. You know, they're a
They're a family
family.
company, but
They
still,
they, they
it's
make
always going to be
their
about
games for
family.
everybody.
Yeah, it's always going to be about family. It's always going to be just on that whole PC level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you're not a PC person, you're mad. Where my freedom of speech, where that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody so over sensitive? You know what I'm saying? But that's where they choose to make business. That's the way the direction they decide to go to make their money. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
so I said, after all this time, you should know better. So when Splatoon got announced, you should already went in thinking it's a possibility this game might not have online because of their history. I know their history. I'm going in thinking this. If it does have online, the chat might not be on the level that I wish it would be because that's how they get down. And at that point, you decide, is it worth it or is it not? But you make that decision. Don't be sitting around twiddling your thumbs, hoping and praying. Well, even though they haven't, it's been like this all this time. This one time is gonna be different. You be praying and stuff and hoping, and that was so you find out it's not different. You mad? Why you mad at them for being who they are, who they being? You the fool who had these dreams of grandeur over here, Miss Make Believe, these fantasies. You know, it's like it's like seeing, it's like talking to a girl on through Twitter or Facebook, whatever, on Twitter or something like that, and somehow you form a relationship with her, or whatever, and so you know everything about her, and you're cool, but you ain't seen her in person, and so you're thinking, man, this bitch, she already cool, I already like her because she's just nice and everything, but I bet she fine as hell, got fat asses, look good, and then you finally see her and everything, you mad at her for looking ugly. Nah,
Like,
fool, that's on you. You
that's
went that
right.
direction, and so I feel a lot of Nintendo consumers. I feel they do that. They project a lot. Nintendo's
Mm.
being who they been for a long damn time, and it ain't it probably won't ever change. And if it's not going to change, if Nintendo is that dude or that girl who's constantly, if Nintendo's that girl who's constantly cheating on you, or Nintendo's that dude who constantly beating your ass all the time, at a certain point you gotta decide: are you gonna keep on taking the ass whoopings, or you're not anymore? If you really feel you taking ass whooping, you really feel you getting disrespected, you gotta decide what's important to you. I'm a type of dude. I don't complain because in the end, I just care about playing the game. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I just care about playing the game. If the game looks fun, interesting to me, I'm gonna play it. There's certain games. So for Mario Party, for instance, for the longest time, once capability came to be that you could do online, I always thought that should be an online type experience.
Mm.
It's not. I'm still gonna buy it because I want to play it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it work somehow. I'm gonna make it play. If it had online, it would be so much more funner and better. I would get so much more out of it. But at the same time, the game itself, from experience, is going to be something worth purchasing as a quality product. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get something out of it. Maybe not, 110, but I'm gonna still get 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just think that a lot of people, when it comes to Nintendo and everything, it's always this. It's like the Sonic cycle. You know what I'm saying? A new Sonic game, everybody hype. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome, man. Sonic games ain't been good for like 15 years now, man. 20 years.
Mm.
At a certain point, you got to stop doing that to yourself.
They
And
never
when it,
been good.
and when you do it, well, and when you, well, well, that's either way. At a certain point, it's on you. You know. So I think a lot of people who are butthurt are people who are projecting when there was never, ever, ever any kind of like sign of anything saying it was going to be any different. You know. Now, not to say, like I said once again, not to say it should be different. I don't. You know, I would love for Nintendo to come out and say why they do things they do. You know what I'm saying? I remember doing the whole Star Fox promotion a while ago, and people were complaining about why there's no Star Fox. You know what I'm saying? And for me, there was either two reasons. One, they didn't want to make it because it wasn't selling, or two, they didn't want to make it because they didn't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You can only remake Star Fox so many damn times. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Hmm.
saying? The same damn story. And as you see, we're getting new Star Fox only because they found a way to break to use the features they had with the Wii U to make it a new experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that goes to all the other games they're probably working on. There's certain games they probably don't know what the hell to do with it that will make it, I guess, in their eyes, worth spending all that time and resources to make it a product. Especially if the return is not going to be as great. You know what I'm saying? And so when you go into like that, they're online. Why they're online like the way it is? Why they don't want to go to accounts? What is it? What is it they're not telling us? Or what is they don't understand? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're a Japanese company over there doing it themselves. Nintendo is a game company. They're not this international network infrastructure like Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Who
Mm,
build computers? System programs. You know what I'm saying? They're not a multi entertainment division like Sony who builds hardware for a living. You know what I'm saying? VCRs, TVs. They're a game company. Just make games. And now they take on this bigger task of bigger systems and everything. And yeah, I guess you could say, well, pay someone to do it for you. That's money that could be used making games. Could be used doing some other things that they're better at. And so, you know, until if Nintendo was charging me for, I guess you could say, this half-ass product in people's opinion, then let's just boycott. Let's do all that good old stuff. But it works with what they deliver me. The main thing is the games are great, and that's why I buy their stuff because of the games.
yeah, yeah.
And what they give me is good enough, especially for being free. Now, yes, strive better to do things better. I mean, it's 2015, and people always say, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why a year means anything. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
It's
right?
2015, we got a black president. Yeah, I can go outside right now and get pulled over by the cops because I'm black. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Let's stop this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The year don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I
People
know.
do what
hmm
they want to do because they do it. And so,
Motherfucker walking on the moon in the '60s. Since when have we been back to that
it,
moon?
that's what I'm saying. So I mean,
Yeah,
just I don't get that way. People always say that. And
yeah,
yes, Microsoft and them Microsoft do what they do with their stuff, and that's the way it is. And Nintendo do what they do with their stuff. That's the way it is.
yeah.
And so
Because one is Nintendo and one is Microsoft. You know.
yeah, but I'm saying, but anyway, you decide, those fools who bought the 360s, next last generation, and they broke down, they could decide right then. Do I want to still buy this shit that's going to break down or support them? They went and bought it again. That's the choice they made. So,
Hmm.
Nintendo fans, if you really feel that having full voice chat across all platforms, all games, whatever it is you're trying to get, and you really feel it's not worth it, you decide right then and now, is it worth continue spending your money with Nintendo? Make
It's
that
true.
decision for yourself. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be a lot happier. You won't be on YouTube crying and shit because you feel like you're getting raped and molested and get done in. You know what I'm saying? You're getting
Yeah,
abused.
yeah,
Why are you doing this to me? Did I do anything to you? You did this to yourself.
yeah.
You know,
The way you say it, yeah.
Um,
Ah,
I mean, you just I
ah.
mean, they make it seem like I said, they're a girl getting beaten by a guy every night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
make it seem like. And yet this one time, and yeah, but yeah, every time when they catch an ass whooping, they're like, "Why you beating me? You know why he beat you? He beat you every night. This is the way it is. So either call the cops, run away, kill him, do something. Stop going in the same pattern. And with the typical consumers, it's like it's always the same pattern to the same issues. And yes, Nintendo could squash us all by just doing what we want, but at the same time, with
That's not,
the underperforming Wii U, underperforming 3DS games and consoles, I think they were thinking about they're trying to make sure their company stay afloat. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They
mm,
ain't worrying about having been to talk to some random dude you never ever gonna meet in real life.
yeah, like
So
there's other priorities to Nintendo. There,
yeah, you know.
and I don't know, man. This whole fucking, cross game chat, voice chat, whatever you want to call it. I feel to me it's not a top priority. It's something nice to have,
Mm.
but to me it will never be a top priority because it's I don't know. I don't see it. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Kind of like I like to know what you're smoking, but
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just can't see it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's that type of comparison. Like
Yeah.
you guys seeing making this shit. Like oh my god. Like I really need voice chat. I'm really like I really need it. But as me is like okay, like I have other there's other avenues I could use to get the same thing. So it's not really this. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is like when Nintendo does cross game chat, they're gonna do it. Okay.
hmm
When it happens, it happens. But let's not talk about like these fan movements and stuff like. when it comes to begging for things. I really could make a whole video on this topic, but and it'll probably more explain my stance on it much better. But whatever, I'll just explain it here shortly. This, but please understand, it's more complex than what I'm gonna say right here. But I'm just gonna say this, that with these type of movements, I'm I'm not down for these type of movements. I'm sorry. You might be mad at me when I say that or whatever. But the type of movements I'm down for is like movements that bring awareness to a certain type of video game, like Operation Platinum and stuff like that. But these type of movements where you're begging for something, where you're begging for a video game, or you're begging for a like for example, you're begging for a video game to be localized, or you're begging for a game, a new like a new Star Fox, for example. Those are the type of movements I can never be about, because I feel that they have the potential to stir up Nintendo hate, even if it's unintentional. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I can never really be part of these type of movements. It's not. No, I'm sorry. Because if it could potentially stir up Nintendo hate, then that goes against everything I believe in as a Nintendo fan, as a YouTuber who makes Nintendo gaming related videos. Like I cannot uh, join something like that.
Hmm.
So you gotta respect my wishes, and yeah.
Well, and also, before we in this topic, I want to say this: when it
Hmm.
comes to movements or just whatever's going on, people do on YouTube. I don't really follow YouTube that much anymore, so I'm not. I'm slightly aware of what's going on, but it's like there are people who generally have good intentions, who care, who really trying to do something positive. And you know that by their content of their history, what they've been doing, you know what I'm saying, for the
Hmm.
longest time, how they been. And then there's other motherfuckers just jumping on bandwagons to get views or whatever. What's the hot topic? What's the controversy? Let me get on it. Let me, poke at it, see what I can get out of it, move on. You know what I'm saying? They're there for this for they only come around when it's time to riot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're never there for going to the courthouse, and doing the stand-ins and doing all that other stuff. When it's time for the real gritty dumb shit, that's when they there. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're gonna follow any kind of movement, follow people who they put in the work. They got a history of having a consistent point of view and everything,
Hmm.
and then go. I can get down with that. Follow them. You know what I'm saying? They got something going on. If it's structured well, if it's logical, it makes sense, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Follow that. That's cool. But don't be following these fools who come out of the woodworks out of nowhere and be
Mm.
yelling from it's a fire and everything. Like, don't avoid those fools. You know.
True.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately on YouTube, it's a lot more. It's a lot of those fools. It's very few people who actually really got what I'm saying, a real logical type thing on it. It's really everything start out and it's really something that could, you know, with enough attention, it could become something. But overall, we got a lot of fools who just, oh, what's the current topic? What's trending on Twitter? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this. Let me get on it. You know what I'm saying? Let me stir this pot.
Mm.
You know.
Okay. Also, what was I gonna say? Also realize that some of these things could be compromised. Okay.
Yeah.
In other ways, even if you want it to be or not. There's some things you can't control. But yeah. I guess anything else, or I guess we move on.
Yeah, man, I'm good with that,
Let's
man.
move on. Okay, let's talk about this latest rumor about the Legend of Zelda series on Netflix. Damn. Okay, I don't know. I have a feel. I think it's gonna be true because Awala has been talking about this past, for these past several investor meetings, and I think it's gonna go down. I think it's gonna happen. But for now, it's a rumor. Nintendo's not commenting on it. But the investor meeting is next week. I think the 17th. I think. So he
Yeah,
probably, huh?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the 17th. And so he probably will say something about it, or if not, they'll probably talk about this later down the line. But man, I mean, to me, yo, I find this pretty cool. Um, I would like it to be more of an animated type of thing, but if it's a live action type of thing, that's cool too. It could suck. Don't get me wrong, it could completely suck. But
How can it suck though?
I
Because
don't know.
if they keep it the way how it's supposed to be, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Like fantasy, Death Mountain and shit like that. I don't see how you can have it completely 100% suck, unless they fucking bring them into the future with fucking skyscrapers and you know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
but you
In
never
our
know. Like
society,
you never know. There might be like these directors, like maybe the actors suck or something like that. Maybe it feels very cheesy or whatever.
I don't mind cheese.
I don't mind cheese too, but I find cheese more works in the animated scene because don't get me wrong, man. I love that damn cartoon, man.
Hmm.
If hell, I would like continue that shit if they want to bring back, do a Zelda TV series thing. Because
Pigpen.
man, I love that, excuse me, princess, and all that shit, man. I love that Zelda cartoon. That shit was the shit. People could hate as much as they want, but to me,
Man, if they were watching that back in the day, they weren't hating on that, man. We're waiting every Friday. I got mad when I missed it. It's like, yo, I missed the fucking Zelda again. you know?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing online. I think it was like 12 episodes of it.
Yeah, it wasn't that many.
Yeah, it should be long, and it didn't even finish. It was just like got canned.
Mm.
I was so disappointed, man. Like, goddamn. I wanted more episodes of that. But yeah, that was good shit, man. I like that. And people talk about, oh, how they're gonna making Link talk and stuff. Like, what's the issue of making him talk? He talked before in the cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
why is that such an issue with people? Him talking is all of a sudden this big issue. Like, it's not a video game. It's a TV series. Why are you taking this shit so fucking serious? Like
Yeah.
it's gonna affect your video games or something.
Hmm.
It's like, stop. It's a side thing. Anyway, Joe, what do you think about this?
Well, man, I want to say first and foremost, I wish this was a Japanese animation and not a U.S. made property live action series.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I think, my opinion, and personally, is just with a Western influence, it can go wrong so many places. I know Nintendo has control over it and everything, but is it Nintendo America in control or Nintendo Japan? You know what I'm saying? Where's Nintendo got control over it? And if it was anime, then it'd be Japan, which it'd be in good hands. We've seen with the whole little hell Link fighting, Pit, Smash Brothers trailer with Princess Palutena. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Hell, even just watching the subspace emissary on Brawl, that little CGI stuff. You know what I'm saying? Japan know how to do it, and
Hmm.
they could do it, and they could probably do it to where it feels more like a game, but be a live action game. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
know where Link doesn't talk and all that. Keep the same atmosphere and the style of game into a series. You know what I'm saying? But since they're going probably live action. And they're talking about Game of Thrones or whatever, Lord of the Rings, whatever hell's popular right now. Like I said, things like issues. What issue comes with that is how big a budget you gonna go with. You know what I'm saying? How much
Hmm.
can you actually try to do with this kind of show? I mean, is this show gonna have like CGI Gorons in it? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how big this budget's gonna be? At the same, and then it's also the actors who's playing who. You know, who you gonna get to play these certain characters? Because that could have effect on it. I mean, yeah, people Link talking and everything is not. It's only issue depending on who play Link.
Hmm.
You get motherfucking Ryan Reynolds play Link. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's I mean, shut the fuck up. Don't talk at all. I don't want to hear your voice. Hell no. You already suck anyway, but hell no. That's all they could salvage that character. But then you might get someone. My personal opinion is I would take Orlando Bloom to play Link, and it's only because of Legolas from Lord of the Rings. When I saw that character, I said that's Link. You know what I'm saying? That's an elf. That's a fairy dude. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see him portray that character and talk. That'd be kind of cool. But like I said, it depends on the actors. Who's gonna play Princess Zelda? Who's gonna play Ganon? I mean, who's gonna these side characters? You know what I'm saying? How you know they could, it could go from being like an epic old school like movie like Willow, or it could turn to like damn uh the Adventures of Hercules and Legendary Adventures. You know what I'm saying? It could turn to something like that. So
Fuck,
it's
man.
just
You gotta re-jog my memory with that. But I don't
what
know
I'm
if that.
saying. It's just it's one of those things where Link got a sidekick and they're going around on adventures. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. So,
No, but
it
like I know they get that guy who did. You remember that IGN video they did?
Yeah,
You remember the guy could get that guy to be Ganon, man. Ganondorf.
he looked pretty good.
I
You
mean,
remember that?
I don't remember that, man. I don't remember that.
You don't remember there was the April Fools and they did the Legend of Zelda IGN?
Oh, okay. Well, shit. No, man. I don't remember, man. I know what you're talking about. I think IGN always did some crazy like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah. That
no.
shit. That motherfucker who they got to play Ganondorf, man, with the costume and the
Yeah.
shit. That shit was fucking funny, man. He got the lamb chops and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, like
You know, I'm saying it
oh
all
shit.
depends on the type of budget they want to go with and all that kind of stuff. And so and that can definitely determine the quality of of the series.
Yeah.
And and that's a problem because as fans of Nintendo and the Legend of Zelda franchise and everything, this should be a high quality, a nice budget series. Don't if you're gonna have assets, don't do it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. How much money Nintendo actually investing into this project, and the people they're working with, who's directing it, who's doing all this stuff, who's doing the soundtrack of the music, all that kind of stuff. How much who's in charge is who's in charge of these certain aspects of the series, and also how much influence Nintendo's going to have on it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Nintendo want to have their music direction do the music. No, we want to hire this so and so guy because he does so and so and so and so. We want to hire John Williams because he did, that kind of stuff. A lot of things. How we Americans do with stuff, man. We take control of everything,
Mm.
Uh-huh.
and that would definitely suck if we got control of this Zelda and turn this shit. It went from instead of being Legend of Zelda, it turned into damn Skyrim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. But well, I'm gonna say I think they're gonna have some more control because I think they learned a few things from the past. Because this is not like the first time, people have been using Nintendo's intellectual property to make a show or whatever. So I think they're gonna have more control this time, and they're gonna have, maybe someone like a Nintendo representative from even Nintendo, NCL from Nintendo Japan handling business negotiations and stuff. Maybe even have a Numa there overseeing things, communicating with the director and whatnot, approving cast members and whatnot.
Hmm.
So I think there's gonna be more control by Nintendo to make sure this they don't fuck up. Um, but we'll see. That's like yeah, it could be a disaster. Anything else you want to say about this, Tony? Or
Eh, I don't know, man. It just let's have the core aspects be there. Who knows if we're gonna have 10 episodes, 13 episodes, 22 episodes, 26 episodes? Who the fuck knows? It's just one season, multiple seasons.
yeah, yeah.
So do a whole bunch of shit. Hopefully, it's good enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where I can forget some of the badness that does happen. I don't know. Like yeah, like Joe said, it depends on the budget, depends on who's doing it, who's directing it, lots of factors. And this is still a rumor. This is not whatever. And even if it is bad, I don't see it harming the brand or anything like that.
Yeah, it's true. That was too strong, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. Like, if there was like, fuck, let's see, fucking, I don't know, fuck. But nah, I was gonna say Pikmin, but nah, I don't even think. Well, Miyamo would not let them fuck that shit up. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. He's like, you gonna break some backs and they fuck that
Mm.
up, yo. But like, I don't know. Maybe Metroid, maybe. I don't know, but
Metroid just needs to be an OVA,
an OVA, like an
anime,
anime.
anime OVA, like
Yeah, they need an
8
anime for
episodes,
Metroid.
some shit
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
they need an anime, man, because yeah, 'cause I don't know if anybody read the Metroid manga. Basically, it was like a prologue to Zero Mission, the
Mm-hmm.
game. That was a good manga. I like that manga. But fucking, you had like Samus wearing a trench coat and all that shit,
Shit.
looking like a boss, yo. And then she just, I don't know. There's a good scene in that manga that was just awesome, man. It made you wish things like they did stuff like that in Other M, you know.
Mm.
But I digress with that. Um, next I want to talk about a reminder. Um, the Nintendo 3DS, the new Nintendo 3DS XL comes out this Friday, so don't forget about the system transfer process you have to do. Go on Nintendo's YouTube channel and do all that stuff. Also, tomorrow, well, by the time you see this, the news should break today. By the time you see this video, um, uh, what's the guy's called? Platon, what's it, Platonic or some shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Platonic or something. They're gonna announce their Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor game, which these guys, all the developers of the studio, is dudes who used to work for Rare back in the day.
Yeah.
So all the old school move fools are coming back from their graves, dusting off their cabins, their coffins. I mean, and they're gonna make a new game for us. They're gonna show us what they could do in 2015.
Yeah.
So yes,
Give these people money.
give these people money. Let's hope what they show tomorrow, or by the time you see this today, is good.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah. So other than that, that's pretty much all the topics for today. We have questions.
Question.
Question time. Question time. 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 So okay. So the first question, a question by Lena Derrinkins, is basically she asked a question. I was gonna read you the question because it's freaking funny.
Mm.
Why the fuck is that transsexual faggot PewDiePie whining about Nintendo's YouTube content creator program? He's a fucking stupid, foolish piece of shit who makes millions of dollars from acting like a queer. I'm sorry about the language, but this duck-faced, bitch-made, Mickey Mouse-looking anus has too much influence over these mentally ill kids and teens to watch him. What do you guys think of this? Well, you heard our opinion on his
Yeah.
on Pooty ass's bitching and all that in the beginning of this podcast, so that answered your question.
Let's watch last season's South Park 2-part season finale because he was on there and basically they're sort of making fun of the whole thing where people don't play the games anymore. They just watch fucking let's plays of this asshole talking over it. So yeah, so Cartman was doing it and making fun of it and just fucking just see how people you know react to that sort of thing.
Mhm.
PewDiePie. Cartman bra.
He's stupid, man.
But just watch that.
Yeah. So next question. What video game character would you date and why? I would have to go with Captain Falcon, even though I'm 20 and I like younger men, and he is in his 30s or 40s. He is freaking hot. Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. um, I, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, I guess Samus. I don't know.
Mm,
You know.
let's see here. Uh, can I pick Zelda from Hyrule Warriors? I have to be specific there because she's sexy.
Samus, an interesting person. You know, you gotta know her and know more about
well,
her. Get into her, but you know. But anyway, Joe.
well. First and foremost, let me say this, young lady, go out there and find you a man, please. Believe me, y'all young folks have it so easy now with Tinder and Facebook and Twitter and everything. You can find your man, and you don't have to be cute. You can find somebody. That's how it is. That's how easy it is
This
nowadays. You know what I'm saying? This question alone makes me feel bad because like this is nerd culture. You know what I'm saying? Where we fantasize about things that are not real. You know what I'm saying? It's like damn, really. But to humor you, to answer your question, because we try to provide our people who watch this series, with content and and honest and answers and everything, answer the questions. I answer your question, but still though, don't be fantasizing. Find you a dude who like to play F-Zero, and then make his ass dress up as Captain Falcon. But find, but find a real, find a dude.
Dude, okay, yo, like,
You know what
you
I'm saying? But
funny,
find
man.
a, but find a dude though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Find a dude. That's the main thing. And guys too, don't be sitting around daydreaming about, you know, oh Peach and all these and the video game girls. Go find your real woman, pimp. You know what I'm saying? Get outside, get some sun. You know what I'm saying? But to answer the question, if I could date any this game character, I'm gonna date whatever girl Super Brothers have on his thumbnail that week.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean Rosalina?
Whoever it is that week. If he find Super Brother find these pictures that whoever be drawing these video game characters, females, whoever be drawing them, those motherfuckers freaks. You know what I'm saying? They need to go find them from real women, because I mean the detail and the proportions. I mean, boy. I mean, you basically gonna be disappointed with the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, after all these drawings I be seeing, you gonna be disappointed with the real stuff. Like damn, real women ain't built like that. They not. So you find your real woman and get shit real, and then have your fantasies with your fantasy. But don't be mixing your reality and fantasy together.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, if I could, if I was one of those dudes who who was in that kind of vibe, whoever Super Brothers have that week as thumbnail on his video, and I guess this week is Rosalina.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, man.
before then it was shit. What was that? That was like Twilight
Yeah,
Minda,
midnight, yeah.
some shit or something. I don't know who the hell it was, but ass was fat though. Like God damn, like really? But yeah.
Yo,
So
man, like, but really, man, Super Bros, man, if you watch the rest, you bad for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You bad for, like,
yeah,
yo, because when I saw that last video you dropped with the Rosalina thumbnail, man, I'm like, yo, yo, Super, yo, I was dying, man. I couldn't stop laughing, yo. Yo, and then
you
he's
know,
like, yo, I got my bitch Rosalina in the video. Yo, man,
it reminds me of on Newsground. Yeah, I think it's Newsground. There was a series, and you can find it on YouTube now. That's done by some guys, Nintendo fans, a Flash video series, and one was called like Super Nintendo and Nintendo to 64 Power. The whole
oh, yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
know those things
the
are
hope of
funny.
the small Flash skits, right?
Yeah, 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 I
Is
watched
that
that.
one? Uh, is that one Pokemon Snap?
Oh
You know
yeah,
what
I
I'm talking
saw
about?
that. Yeah, that shit was crazy,
With
yo.
all the
That
Pokemon girls, all
yeah, 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 yeah.
like on bikinis and everything,
Mm.
and they all just the guy come up, no, what do you say? What do you say?
I can't
Shake,
remember.
shake it like it's diamond and pearls, something like that. Somebody says, right? And so it's all the Pokemon girls, I guess not girls, but the Pokemon characters as
Like
if they were
like
like bikini
humanoid.
models. If they're
Yeah.
like bikini models or whatever, right? But at the very end, though, it's so funny is that one is dude with the glasses. He's like, "Where's the pause button at?" That's why I feel. That's why I feel super thumbnails. Like, man, where the pause button at? You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Like, really, dude?
Yo, the one they did with I think it was with Fox too. Was it Star Fox? They did the same similar shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo, that shit, yo, them people are crazy, man. They're bad for that shit. But that shit
yep.
is funny though, man. Them dudes are, yo, that shit is funny as hell. Reminds me of what the fuck that reminds me of? Like freaking Robot Chicken. That's how
Mm,
that shit is. Like Robot Chicken, but for Nintendo.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just this crazy shit. But anyway, thank you for those two questions. Next questions are by Morphball87, and he submitted four questions for us. God damn. Okay, his first question: would you be able to handle Bayonetta as a girlfriend? I personally think that she would be too intense for any man to handle. Well, man, my friend, it's all a mind game, okay? It's all in how you, what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking you fucking proceed with it, you know what I mean? How you fucking you know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. I'm saying what I'm saying, man, is a mind game, man, and you gotta when you get in that mind, you can make shit work, okay?
Mm.
Okay, but anyway,
But what's all these damn questions with these asking about these characters like they real and stuff, man? I mean, come on, people. It's games. It's games. Maybe if you're young, and I'm gonna say no, that's not even an excuse now. Because nowadays, even young, right now, there's some young dude like 12 years old banging more hoes than me, and I'm married. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy it is nowadays in this world with the internet and everything. So I can understand back in the day when I was young and you was 12 years old and you're trying to sneak HBO TV show something like that. You know what I'm saying? All you had was your fantasies. So whatever you could find, any kind of female visual you could find, it went into the old head. You know what I'm saying? It went into the old memory. But it's a different time nowadays, man. But still, come on, people,
but
it's
to
games.
humor us, would you think you would would you be able to handle Bayonetta?
Hell yeah, that's my speed, dog. Tall, Amazon with the attitude and shit. Bad and shit. I mean, she's the type who would try to dominate you.
Hmm.
And so yeah, she try, but then you got to flip it on her. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Dominate her.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's it's
You
a
know what I'm
mind
saying?
game. Like I'm trying to say, it's a mind game. You know what I
You know,
mean? Yeah,
that's all. Just go with your own confidence and your own ability and that kind of stuff, man.
that's right. It's like you have to fucking you the man,
Yeah. You know.
Tony.
She can dance on my pole anytime. The
You the man.
fucking falcon puncher in the pussy with my cock. That's it. So yeah.
That's horrible, man.
Yo, that's fucked up, man.
That fool that said that, man, that's messed up.
Oh man.
We're trying to keep the show somewhat, you know,
Yo,
Hell,
yo,
13, 16 or some shit.
yeah, man. Everybody knows this damn thing is viewer discretion is advised, man. You know how it is. But next question: do you think that Zero Suit Samus from Smash Bros was originally going to be a Bayonetta? That's the only reason I can think of to why she is wearing high heels. Nah.
they don't move at all the same way.
Yeah, nah. I just think that was just Sakurai thinking of what will work for her.
Mm.
She she always has gadgets with her in some way with her power suit, and yeah, just another addition. Just have rocket high heels. And she's
Yeah.
a lady.
It's just it opened up her move set
Yeah, that too.
to be a single character without having to transform into Samus. I
Hmm.
mean to you know the armor Samus and shit like that. He wanted her to have to completely different and move completely different. He still kept that whip stuff, you
Yeah.
know. Where does that whip come from? You know what I mean? Like he You just made it in Brawl.
Yeah,
She didn't have that shit before in any games. It's
it's
not the
kind of like
graphic
how,
they use.
like, in a way, giving Fox the blaster from the first Smash game. You didn't, nobody really thought that, does that motherfucker really have a gun or something? But,
Mm-hmm.
he had a gun in Smash Bros. And I think that's really that, put in people's heads the whole, foot, foot mission type Star Fox
Yeah.
comes from. It's from Smash Bros. In some ways, that shit is pretty cool. Having him having a blaster,
Well,
Falco having a blaster.
technically, in '64 there was a code or something I forget that you can play on foot in multiplayer,
Oh, really?
but you had bazookas and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All
yeah.
right, know that. Well, but he didn't have no blaster though.
No,
Well, that's pretty cool though.
it's hard as fuck to kill those dudes. Though. He's so
Anyway, yeah.
small, you can't kill him.
Anyway, yeah, yeah. Next question. What do you think about all the crybaby whine about Splatoon not having voice chat for random blah blah blah? Yeah, yeah. All right, let me read this whole question because actually he says something good here. Yeah, what do you think about all of the crybaby whine about Splatoon not having voice chat for random online matches and boycotting the game because of it? They get free online, a free awards program, working games at launch, the best games of the generation, and much more. What is with these guys? And yeah, that's a good point, man. Like, and we spoke on in this podcast because Nintendo does so much good shit for the consumer, giving you good products, good games to play, non-broken games and shit. But people still want more, 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 more.
Mhm.
You know, it's like I don't understand these guys too. These people just are. I don't know. You can't satisfy these people. You know. And people want to claim, oh, satisfied. Like, motherfucker, I'm satisfied. Okay, like, don't fucking make it seem like just because you're not satisfied that I'm automatically not satisfied. I'm a satisfied Nintendo fan. Nintendo giving me kick-ass games. Nintendo giving me cool ass additional products to buy. Nintendo is giving me free shit.
Mhm.
Nintendo is giving me um yeah, Nintendo just gives back to the consumer. That's what they do, okay? Look, I buy Smash Bros for Wii U and bought Smash Bros for 3DS. They didn't need to give me jack shit extra. But
Mhm.
Nintendo said, "Hey, here's a CD soundtrack and here's a free character. Take it for no additional charge." See, that's how that's why I stand by Nintendo because they do shit like that for me. You guys could put up with all that other bullshit the other companies do, but fuck all that shit. But anyway, I digress with that. That's a good, well said.
Yeah.
And to his last question, Bayonetta had "Fly Me to the Moon" and Bayonetta 2 had "Moon River." If there is a third Bayonetta game, what song would it have?
There'll have to be something with Moon in it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, that's like when I read this question, I'm like, fuck. Like, you asking me to answer the impossible here, man. Because I can't really get in Kamiya's head like that. Hideki Kamiya.
Mhm.
That man is kind of random, man. It's like one minute he's making witches with fucking guns on their feet. Next minute he's making the Wonderful 101. So like, you don't know what he gonna do next. That man's a crazy motherfucker,
Yeah.
but a
Right.
creative genius. And I digress. With that. So yeah, that's the podcast, everyone. Thank
Mhm.
you, everyone, for submitting questions. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rate, comment. We always like to hear your feedback. Submit more questions for next week. Well, not for next week. My bad. For then whenever the next podcast is gonna be.
Yeah.
So submit your questions. Link in the video description to that. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow. Links in the description to that. Um, yeah, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, and tomorrow or today, depends on whenever you're watching this, whenever you upload this.
Mm,
Uh, gonna be talking on the M4 M Quad, Man Mutants, Monsters, and Metahumans about Spider-Man coming
oh
back to Marvel.
Oh,
So,
hey,
yeah.
we plugging stuff real quick.
oh yeah,
Oh, hey, I got to plug real quick before we go.
Okay.
Uh, Let y'all folks know that hold it real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. I want to get the number right. I gotta get the number right. The season 7 premiere of Game Trek this Friday, starting off the new year, new season with a big bang. Nintendo Day #1 for 2015, featuring, Monster Crack, Majora's Mask,
That's right.
Amiibos,
hmm
Hustle, and that new 3DS. It's gonna be big. Check it out.
Yo, talk about that Amoeba hustle. I just got my Chic and Toon Link the other day, and damn, this shit look beautiful, man. Like this that detail.
I know.
I'm telling you, Tony, you gotta get that Toon Link, man. Like
I ain't getting no Toon Link.
you don't understand, man. When you
I
see the
see it in my hand.
detail,
I don't need no Toon Link.
when you see the detail, man, when you see the detail on that,
I did.
I was wrong with you, man. I was wrong with you, man. You need to retire from this Amiibo shit, man. Like,
Ah.
yeah, I was wrong with you, man.
I had it
Okay,
in my hand. I looked that shit over good and nice and long. And I put it back.
I was wrong with you, man. But anyway, yeah, you know, watch those videos, man. That they just plugged in here, yo. That podcast he does with the comic books is real good. You know, I put my stamp on it.
Put your
Uh,
stamp.
the stamp of approval. That's what I
Mhm.
put. I mean, and that's a wrap.
Later.